Hey, and welcome. Let me just get everything up and running here. Okay, did that work? I hit the reset button. Did that work? I think so. Hang on, how about that? Is that working now? Okay, my mic isn't working yet again. I thought maybe I'd fixed it, but I guess not. So I've just been sitting here and then I didn't notice it was after 8. So sorry about that, but welcome to some yoga this evening. All right, I will keep fiddling with that later. Trying to work on getting everything fixed here. So yes, welcome to some yoga with Janelle. Let me adjust that light and jump on my mat. Get my little clock here set up and out. Perfect. So I don't lose track of time. I was hoping that this weekend one would be a little bit of a quicker one as well. Was that my mommy? Oh, hi, Mom. Okay, perfect. I was hesitant for using my webcam mic before because this room is so tall, so it sounds really echoey when I was first listening to them back. But if you guys can hear me good, then that's awesome. We'll just maybe use that. One less thing for me to do, which I appreciate. So, all right, let's just dive on in to our little Sunday night yoga session. Thanks for joining me, or if you're watching this later. Tonight is the last 8 p.m. one. In 12 hours, I will be live again to do the 8 a.m. Start. So we'll see if I can wake up in time. I don't think I've been ready to go, quote unquote, by that time for a while now. That's okay. We'll embrace it. We'll go with it, and that's what you guys want. So that's what we'll do. And then that still lets me be able to do some of my stuff that I usually do at 9:30. So that's perfect. So let's journey on down onto our mats here. I'm going to start laying down tonight. And I'm cold. This rainy day, I'm just going to stay all bundled up here. Maybe at some point I'll take the sweater off. I will take the socks off though, because doing yoga in socks is weird. And I really like that yoga is one of those few activities or sports that we do without shoes or socks on. It's a way to kind of embrace feeling into the feet, becoming aware of the feet and all of that good stuff. And that comes with it. Hang on, I just got to hit having this other thing. There we go. Perfect. All right, roll back and down. Let's find our way onto the floor. Hanging out on the ground. Not something I think we often get to do, so it's kind of fun to get that feedback. Oh, feeling that nice feedback on my spine. Rolling those shoulder blades back and down, creating lots of that space through that front collarbone, starting to relax through the shoulders, noticing where you're clenching your teeth, or if you're clenching, really anywhere in any of your face muscles. Can you start to invite some softness in there? And as we're starting to settle in, now let's work with a little bit of the breath. So let's just start by taking one nice big inhale, filling the lungs completely. And exhale, slowly start to let it go. Starting to lengthen the breath, starting to deepen the breath, starting to feel the movement of breath all throughout the body. So as you inhale, what is happening? Are you just simply taking a breath in? Or can you notice your ribs expand, the abdomen expand? Maybe you get a little bit taller. And then on that exhale, as you let everything go, maybe even notice that little engagement through the core at the end of that exhale breath, where you kind of pull everything in together. Just continuing to take a couple of nice, soft breaths. Nice, full inhale. Nice, slow, complete exhale. If you like to set an intention for your practice for our time together, go ahead and do so. Little word, little mantra, little dedication. Just what is your intent during our time? What will help you feel really good? Excellent. I hang out with my knees bent here. If you'd rather have your legs long, if that feels better for you, go ahead and embrace that. I like the bent knees. It presses my low back in a little bit more. And it's a great modification, and I just keep coming back to it, especially to start off with, where your muscles might still be a little tight. It's a good way to just kind of embrace that and slowly find that openness, opposed to kind of jarring and forcing. Hey, you better be open now. Let's go. So let's take one more nice big inhale breath. Really fill the lungs here. So see if you can breathe in as much as possible, filling every nook and cranny. Keep trying to breathe in as much as you can. Notice that little pause that happens, embrace it, and then slowly let all the air out. Nice and slow. Maybe you're breathing out your nose, maybe you're breathing out your mouth. Keep pressing it out. Force every little bit of air, maybe even squeeze through that diaphragm to feel like you're getting a little more in or out. And then notice that little pause and then start that nice big inhale breath again. So that is a full movement of breath. You can return the rate of breathing to any kind of pace that you're at. Oh, hey, is that Donna joining us? Hey, Donna. I think that's what it says. Excellent. So returning that rate of breathing, maybe wiggling to fingers and toes. Let's just start to wake up the body. So maybe you're rolling through wrists and ankles, getting some of those cracks, some of those pops out. If your knees are bent, maybe you want a little windshield wiper. If the legs are straight, who knows? Let's take those arms up overhead. Have that nice good morning stretch, really reaching nice and tall. Excellent. And exhale, release, soften, just let everything drop down. Let's inhale, take one more of those breaths, reaching nice and tall. Maybe you want to extend the legs here, getting more into that stretch all the way through, pointing through the toes, reaching through the fingers. Keep at it, feel that arch through the spine, and use that exhale to start to pull the knees in towards the chest. Take that nice little rock from side to side. Feeling that massage in the low back. I've just come to absolutely love this. Like, I look forward to the hug the knees in and rock side to side so much. I wanted to do it after dinner. I don't know why I didn't just jump down and do it. But it was just real nice. All right. Let's bring those knees just hovering over the hips. Feet can be nice and soft, or you can bring them up to that 90. Start to feel that little bit of tension through the hip flexors, through that low back. Really intentionally pull that low back down in towards the mat. If you need an extra little bit of support, tucking your hands underneath your sits bones will really push that low back down, and will make it a little bit easier to kind of float the feet around. So if you've never played around with it, play around with it. I really like that. And I feel nice and stable here. I can even press my hands in towards the floor to open up a little more through my shoulders into my back. So I'm really pressing that area of my body in as well. Excellent. So let's start with a little bit of movement here. So just a little foot touches down, comes back up. So whether your feet are relaxed, then it's just a nice little movement, or at that 90 degrees, coming back to that 90. Or if you want a little more, start to kick the legs farther away from the body. So really they can be anywhere from as far away to those tiny little taps. Maybe you keep doing a couple of each. Nice and long. Pull it back in. Just a few. We'll just warm up through the core here, get a little blood flow happening to that digestive tract. If you're still working on digesting dinner, takes a couple of hours for your food to go through that, so you probably are. And if you want, you can start to connect this movement in with the breath. So inhales to lengthen, exhales to engage, pull back in. Beautiful. And just alternating one and then the other. Excellent. Maybe feeling a little bit of warmth through those hip flexors. been pretty easy on my hip flexors the last number of yoga sessions, mostly because I was starting to overdo it and they were so sore with just everything I was doing. So give them a little break, and now we're back at it. We'll stay nice and gentle. We're going to take a number more, so if you need to come to this easier position of just kicking one foot up and down, go ahead and do so. I'm going to start to engage through my arms as well. So I'm releasing for my sits bones. Bring my hands up. Actually, I'm going to reach my hands up towards the ceiling here. I was thinking of doing something else, but we'll play around there. So the easiest version is bringing the arms out towards the side. So kind of in line with the shoulder. And the other one. Getting more challenging is arms up overhead. So extend one long. You can go opposite to the foot. You can go same as the foot. Whatever you'd like. Need to focus in here. Hang on. Always bring the hand back up. There we go. My brain figured out my movement. Excellent. So we'll take 5 more on either side. Total of 10 for 1. And 1. And 2. And 2. And 3. Excellent. Almost there. Coming for 4. And 4 on the other side. And 5. Last one. Reach it out. And don't forget the other side. Reach it out. Give those hip flexors a little break. Hug the knees either into the chest. Take that nice roll. Nice little warm up for the spine. No, for the core. For the hips. Beautiful. All right. Let's bring those knees back over the hips. And you can stay nice and dangly or up at 90 degrees. Bring the hands behind the head. Hold the head and the shoulders up. Take a moment to simply just take a big inhale breath here. Breathe in nice and strong. And exhale, engage through that core. Maybe the head comes up a little more. Elbows can be pointing forward. Excellent. And then from here, let's bring one foot up nice and tall. Come back to that 90 degrees. So reach it up to 90. Just taking a couple of these. Nice and easy here. So we're just floating the head up. And that core is nice and engaged. And just kicking one leg up. Warming into the knees. Waking up those hamstrings a little bit. Excellent. Couple more. Beautiful. All right. One more on this side. One more on the other side. Come to that nice 90 degrees. Let's hold that head up. Pull that core in. And then start to bring left knee towards right elbow. So squeezing everything in. We're staying as that nice tiny little ball going across the body. Squeezing it in. Working those obliques. Working those upper abdominals as we lift the head up and in. Working some of those lower abdominals as we pull the knees in. So really trying to move both knees and elbows. Coming across. Nice big squeeze. Core is still pulling inwards, belly button towards the spine. Not pushing out. If you're pushing out, take a moment to stabilize. Maybe even drop the feet down. Pull that belly button in. Really suck everything in nice and good. Excellent. I've lost count here for where we're at. So we'll just keep going. A few more. Really feeling that. Maybe through the, I'm feeling that through my hip flexors. They're still super sore. Feeling that a little bit through the core. Maybe you're feeling that heart pumping. Maybe you notice the breathing rate change. Excellent. One more to the side. Finish it off on the other side. Excellent. Come back to that nice and neutral. And keep the knees up. Keep the head up. Excellent. Nice and strong. Reach the arms up. Roll down. Plant the feet in towards the mat. You can take that little windshield wiper to release. Great job. Excellent. Oh, this feels great. Kind of getting some rotation happening through the hips there. Warming everything up nice. All right, let's find that stillness. And then let's just roll up into our seated position. So maybe use that core, get that little sit-up happening, sitting all the way up. And I'm going to spin around so that you can see me here. That warmed me up good. Thanks, sweater as well. Look at that teamwork. All right, sitting into those sits bones. Pressing in to those legs, finding that openness. Bring the hands to heart center. So taking a little moment to press into those hands here, roll those shoulders back and down, and start to feel that alignment all throughout the body there. So as tall as you possibly can through that spine, press into those sits bones to get a little bit taller, and then accentuate that with a nice big inhale breath. So breathe in and exhale, pull that core in, nice little engagement. Beautiful. So for our breath here tonight, instead of sweeping our arms open really big, let's use that inhale, press into those hands, reach the hands up here. Feel that rotation through the shoulder blades. Exhale, pull the hands back in. So moving, we'll take a couple of these breaths here. You can stay soft through the hands and the arms if you want, or if you want that more, if you want more, take more. Then you can add that resistance by continuously pressing into those hands, into the arms. It might not even be noticeable. Keep reaching up, pull it down. Then I don't know, when I'm reaching up here, like I just feel like I have this stop right about here where it gets really hard. Maybe you want to take a moment, roll those shoulder blades back and down, and see if you can find a little more length. And then pull back down. Let's take one more of those really big ones. Reach it up, find that stop, adjust the shoulders, find some more length, and pull hands all the way down into heart center. Nice big exhale breath. Excellent. Let's reach for opposite knee. So maybe reaching towards that left knee. Spin the hand back and around, pressing in behind you like that second spine. Inhale, get nice and tall. And exhale, start to deepen that twist. So maybe you would just look over that shoulder, that back shoulder. Maybe you can really start to rotate around. Letting that spine just get as big of a twist as you want. Or maybe you're not noticing it so much through the vertebrae. Maybe you notice it through the abdomen and through all of those internal bits that you have, getting a nice big squeeze. All right, let's release, come on back towards center. Inhale, get nice and tall, bring the hands to heart center, roll shoulders back and down. Sit nice and tall, slight tuck of the chin. And let's twist towards the other side. So maybe you start to twist off, you reach for that opposite knee, reach that arm all the way around, reaching it out first. Coming for that nice second spine. Take that inhale breath, find some more length. And then exhale, twist, twist, twist. And coming a little bit deeper. Excellent. Maybe you press into those hands, feeling more of that rotation. Oh, yeah. Feels great. Get a little movement in. And then let's release. Come on back towards center. Sit nice and tall. Roll shoulders back and down. And then let's switch the feet. Opposite foot on front. Or on top. However you like to sit. Beautiful. Find that length. Let's now sweep it nice and wide. So maybe you start by opposite hands on opposite shoulders. Give yourself that nice hug, nice squeeze. And then lower those hands down. Inhale, reach it up nice and tall. Maybe the gaze goes up. Maybe you drop that head back. Pull the hands down, hands to heart center. Release it down. Inhale, nice big breath in as you sweep those arms up. Exhale, hands to heart. Take one more nice and big. Reach it up. And pull it down. Beautiful. Pressing in nice and strong here. And then Sorry, my dog is distracting me. His little toes are kicking. She's sleeping. It's so cute. Okay, reach those arms up nice and tall. And let's tip on over towards one side. Reach those arms maybe a little bit farther. If you want less, bring those hands together. You can use one hand to hold on to the other hand. If you want more, keep those hands apart and really squeeze into that imaginary block that you could be holding. Open up through that top shoulder. Maybe you sink down a little more. Keep those feet planted, or those sit bones planted. Find that tipping point. Play around with that point where you start to tip over, you start to tip up, press it back in, reach a little more, come all the way back up, reach it up, right on over towards the other side. So reaching over, feel that length, find that tipping point, come on down to it, and then press the legs in, reach those arms a little bit more, and come all the way back up. Excellent, hands to heart. Inhale, sweep it up, reach nice and tall, back over towards that first side. Keep reaching, feel that strength. See if you can feel that openness through the underarm. Then you can drop that bottom arm down and sink into it. Maybe coming down onto forearm or elbow. Maybe you just press into that hand and walk that hand out. Find that tipping point again. See where that leg wants to pop up. See if you can plant it down. And then find that depth through the side body. Nice big inhale. Nice slow exhale. Start to come on back up. Reach it up nice and tall. Roll those shoulders back and down. Pull that core in. Then over towards the other side. Really hold on here first before we drop that arm down. See if you can find some more length. Excellent. Keep reaching. And then drop a lower arm down. Sink into it. Excellent. You reach that arm a little more. Maybe find that tipping point and then press that leg in. Maybe gaze goes up. Sides of the mouth go up. Nice little smile. Remembering to breathe. Nice big inhale. And use that exhale. Maybe lengthen. Press in. Come all the way up. Reach both arms up. And hands to heart center. Excellent. Let's make our way into our all fours position. Our nice tabletop position here. And then you just roll over those knees. Plant the hands down. Excellent. I'm just gonna take the sweater off, get a little movement in, and it's kind of getting in the way. So we'll just adjust everything while we're here. Beautiful. Pressing into those hands, finding that nice stability. Couple quick little inhales and exhales. So inhale, looking up, dropping that belly down, feeling that back bend, and exhale, tuck the chin, round through that spine. Really see if you can press that spine up, press into the shoulders. Oh, hands a little closer here so I can get some more. And exhale, drop everything back down, gaze goes up. Really pressing in, feel that nice stretch. Tuck the chin, round on through. Well, then come to a nice neutral flat back. And still pressing into that low back. Nice and neutral all the way through the spine. Beautiful. Let's push back. Take just a nice little child's pose. So if you want to bring your knees a little bit wider, that often feels real good on the hips. And walk those hands forward. You can drop the head down. Beautiful. Let it feel really good. This is a nice restorative posture. If that low back is really tight, maybe you can even give those hips a little rub. Give that spine a little rub. Say thank you to your body and for being so awesome. If your shoulders are really tight, maybe you want that shoulder stretch. Beautiful. All right, one more full round of breath here. Nice, complete inhale. Really breathe in. Nice, softening exhale. Release any tension. Let it all go. Start to press into those hands to come up. Tucking those toes under, pushing right into a nice downward dog. Maybe you pedal it out here. And starting to feel that length. Starting to wake up through the muscles a little more. I'm just going to roll into a plank quick. Push back so I can really push through the arms. Maybe get a bend the knees so I can just accentuate through the arms here. Excellent. And then I'll straighten. See if you can lift those hips up a little higher. Beautiful. Let's look towards the front of that. Hop, step, jump, or tiptoe. Maybe take a couple little steps into that nice forward fold. Dangle down. Give that head a nice shake. No. Heck no. Maybe nod at yes a few times. Then you go back to that no, embracing the rebel within you. The no actually releases the neck better, which is fun. I like to work with that. We're in this inhale, halfway lift. Finding all that length through the spine. Maybe even press into those hands to really lengthen, roll those shoulders back and down. Nice full inhale. Nice big exhale. Nice big inhale one more time. And on that exhale, pull the belly button in. Start to engage through the legs. Bend the knees, sink the hips. If you want more, sweep those arms up. Or they can come to heart center for that prayer position. Beautiful little chair pose here. Keep reaching those arms up. Roll those shoulders back and down. Find that strength. And press all the way up to standing. Reach it up. Nice and tall. Hands to heart. Beautiful. Release the hands down. Inhale, sweep it up. Reach up nice and tall. Bring the hands to heart center. Excellent. Step those right toes back and coming into your warrior two. So those toes point towards the long edge of the mat. Arms reach out. Bend into that front knee. Feeling that engagement through the legs. Press into the feet and start to activate through our feet here. Working with the fascia. Working with all of that connective tissue. So this posture can use all of the muscles. Rolling those shoulders back and down. Lots of strength through the arms. Bending into that knee. Pressing into the feet. Zipping up the inner thighs. Pull everything up and in. And remembering to breathe. Take those nice big breaths. Use that inhale to lengthen through that spine. That exhale to really set through the core. Maybe gaze goes forward. Looking over that left finger. Beautiful. Holding here, one more nice big breath. See if you can imagine that right hip spinning open. Excellent. And maybe sink a little lower. Beautiful. Let's press straight into that leg. Reach the arms up. Nice and tall. And exhale, come back into that nice warrior two. Just giving that left leg a little break there. I know I like to hold my poses for a decent amount of time, really getting in, setting that alignment and feeling it, but usually by then you're really feeling it. So those legs are nice and strong. Let's flip left hand so the palm is facing upwards, and then start to reach up, tipping backwards, and coming into a revolved warrior, reverse warrior. So you can do the I'm a little teapot, hand on the hip, hand contract down the leg, keep bending into that front knee, into that left knee. Keep pressing into that back foot as well though. Find your length. Feel that beautiful side bend. All of that nice engagement. Maybe the gaze goes upward as you roll that left shoulder back a little more. Beautiful. Press firm into the feet. Let's come on back up to our warrior two. Sink nice and strong. Let's give that leg a little break. Straightening through that front leg. Reach those arms up nice and tall. Maybe you interlace coming to steeple. And exhale. Coming back into your warrior two. Bring a bend to that knee. Excellent. Have both palms starting to face forward now. And then drop it down. You can rest elbow on your knee. Right hand can reach up. Keeping that knee nice and bent. Maybe you want more. Maybe that left hand reaches down or to a block. Maybe pressing against that left leg. If you want more, keep pressing into the feet. Maybe that top arm goes overhead if you want more stretch and strength. Beautiful. Feel nice and strong here. And then using the legs, press into them. Use that power to sweep yourself back up to that warrior two. Excellent. Great job. Feeling nice and strong here. Bring the hands to heart center. Press in. Lift through the elbows. Trying to make those arms nice and aligned. So usually you can just hang out here. And let's find that activation. Pressing in. Active. Keep that bend through the front knee. Let's twist towards the lift, towards the front of the mat. Maybe you hop up onto those back toes. Coming into more of that high lunge position. Nice straight back leg if you're able to. Keep rolling left hip back, right hip forward. Excellent. Let's keep this twist going. Because now with our shoulders and our hips facing forward, odds are we're in that neutral position again. So let's twist through the spine, looking towards the left. Keep pressing. Keep those shoulders up nice and high. If you really want to bow down and hook the knee, you can. I won't ever say you can't. But there's something magical that happens with the IT band when you stay up tall. Keep pressing into those legs. Excellent. Let's release and come back towards that neutral position, looking forward. And then maybe you heel toe that back foot a little bit closer so that you can nice and safely step towards the top of your mat. Let's inhale, reach up. Nice and strong. Reach, reach, reach. And start center. Let's reach those hands up. Nice and strong. Exhale. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Press into those feet. Bend the knees, sink the hips, coming into that nice chair pose. Keep reaching those arms up tall. If you want more, if you want less, hands to heart. Keep that engagement through the low back though. Excellent. Beautiful. And exhale. And drop the arms onto the knees. Hanging out here. Then if you want, you can straighten, coming into that forward fold. Drop the arms down. Drop the head. Shake it no. Excellent. Nice big inhale. Nice full exhale. Seeing if you can soften. Release any tension. Just let it all go. Just hang out here. Let this feel really good. Maybe you notice the back of the legs starting to open up. And let's inhale, halfway lift. Beautiful. Find all of that length. Roll those shoulders back and down. Take that nice big inhale. Nice full exhale. Inhale here. Find the length of the crown of the head. Exhale, pull belly button in towards the spine. Bend the knees, sink the hips, start to sweep those arms up. Back into that nice chair pose. Using your legs here, nice and strong. Roll those shoulders down. Make sure they're not creeping up towards your ears. Beautiful. Sink a little lower. And press all the way up to standing. Reach up so tall. Hands to heart. Release those hands down. Inhale, reach up. All the length you can. And start center. Beautiful. This time I'm stepping that left leg back. I'm just going to switch it to the other side of my mat. Beautiful. So those left toes are pointing towards the long edge of your mat. Right toes are now pointing forward. Excellent. I'm just going to wiggle into this a little deeper. There we go. Bending through the knee. Reaching those arms out. Press firm into the feet, just like we did on the other side here. Really feel that engagement through the legs. Pull those inner thighs in. Feel that little tuck of the pelvis that happens here. So it's like this little shift. The back goes down and scoops under. The front pulls up and in, belly button in towards the spine. Reach those arms out. Maybe gaze goes forward. So keep finding that openness through the shoulders as you look forward. That back arm usually wants to stay in your peripheral. So just check where it's at. Find that depth. Maybe sink a little more. Beautiful. Feels so good. Lengthen through the crown of the head. Nice big inhale. And exhale, sink just a little more, a little more. Let's straighten through that front leg. Reach those arms up, giving that leg a nice little break. Excellent. And sinking right back into it. Arms come down, bending into that front knee. Front palm flips upward. Reach nice and strong. Then start to tip back behind you and coming into that nice reverse warrior. So right hand goes up. Left hand either goes onto the left hip, or reaches down the leg, or reaches back behind you. Whatever you would prefer. You're leveling of engagement, not using that bottom arm for anything, so reaching it back behind you uses a lot more through that core, through that side body. Maybe you sink a little deeper into that front knee. Keep holding, feel that strength. Excellent, feel that openness. All right, press into the feet. Use that core to sweep you back up. Reach on out. Sink into it. Straighten through the front leg. Reach those arms up. Nice and strong. Exhale. Back into our warrior two. Pressing into those feet. All of that nice engagement. Bring palms facing forwards. Your thumbs are pointing upwards. And then dropping down, elbow towards your knee. Left hand comes up. So either hanging out here, maybe that right hand reaches down for the ground. Maybe it presses into that right leg. Keep sinking into it. Find that sweet spot. Maybe that top arm comes up overhead. Feeling oh so strong through the legs. Let it be good. Let it be great. Keep pushing into the feet. Feel that openness as you roll that top shoulder back. All right. Using that strength, let's start to float on up towards our warrior two. Excellent. Nice and strong. Let's take one more of those quick little breaks. Reach it up. And exhale right back into it. Beautiful. Bring your hands to heart center. Pressing in so those arms are nice and level. Beautiful. Roll those shoulders open. And let's twist towards the right here. Starting to come into our twist. Maybe you hop up onto those back toes. Aligning the shoulders and the hips forward. Keep bending into that front knee. Keep pressing into those back toes. And finding that length. Beautiful. Let's keep that twist going. So keep twisting those shoulders over towards the right. Roll right hip back, left hip forward. Maybe you're feeling that like stretch through the left side of the hip. And keep pressing into those hands. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale, let's release. Coming back forward. Excellent. So if you're able to step to the top of your mat in one nice smooth motion, go ahead. Or if you need to drop that back heel, come in a little closer and safely step towards the top. Inhale, reach it up. And come back to the top of my mat here. Reaching up nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart. Pull it down. Roll shoulders back and down. Standing nice and tall and strong. Beautiful. Inhale, reach up. Really reach as much as you can. Then exhale. Hands to heart. Pull the belly button in towards the spine. Nice flat back. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, bend the knees, sink the hips. Pressing into those feet, coming into the chair pose. Press the knees outward slightly to activate into the sidelines of the legs. Keep reaching up. Beautiful, nice and strong. Maybe sink a little deeper. Bring the hands to heart center. Drop the elbows to the knees. Feeling how that's already more restorative. And then if you want, you can straighten through the legs to tip yourself forward. Release the hands down. Finding yourself in that nice forward fold. Great work. Drop that head, give it a nice shake no. Nice full inhale breath. Exhale completely. All right, let's inhale, nice halfway lift. Come up halfway, nice flat back. Roll those shoulders back and down. Extend long through the crown of the head. Bend through knees, sink that. It's just real quick. Pressing all the way up to standing, reach it up. Hands to heart. Beautiful. So making our way down onto our mats now. A couple of ways you can journey there. I'm going to do it through a toe stand today because I want to work a little bit through my feet. Because I know I'll be rolling back. I'm just going to come to this side. So all is right in the universe. All right, shoulders rolled back and down. Beautiful. I'm going to inhale, sweep my arms up, coming up onto my tippy toes. Or you can do it with nice flat feet as well. I'm getting ready to come into that chair pose again. So I'm pressing firm into my feet. And exhale, bring my hands down to heart center, bending through the knees, sliding my back down that invisible wall. So trying to stay nice and straight. Just bending through the knees, keeping them forward. Coming down, coming down. Excellent. So at some point in this, odds are you've come more onto the foot, and then you can press into your tippy toes. So if you're here, take a little moment, see if you can really engage into just the toes. Maybe come up a little bit and pressing in nice and strong with the feet. Feel the toes gripping in towards the mat. Excellent. And then drop it down. And connecting those sits bones down. And roll on back. Planting the feet in towards the mat. Knees up towards the ceiling. Taking a couple of nice breaths here. Big full inhale. Nice complete exhale. Letting it feel oh so good. Beautiful. Let's bring those arms out nice and wide. Kind of like that nice T position. See if you can roll those shoulder blades back and down. Feel that space there. See if you can feel the entirety of the arm connecting down. If it's coming up at all, maybe you need a little pillow, or maybe you need to bend through that elbow, or just have the hands come a little bit closer towards the hips. Whatever works best for your body there. Just be mindful of those shoulders. You don't want to overstretch with something as uncomplicated as just reaching the arms out. So let's engage through the core. Pull belly button in, press into that low back. Bring those knees up over the hips. The knees lock together, ankles are touching if you're able to. Coming to that nice 90 degrees. And drop the knees down towards the left. Come on down into your twist. I guess you could go to the right as well. But this way I could say bring your left hand on top of your legs for that extra bit of stretch. Just the weight of the hand pulling in might release a little more through that right hip. Maybe you want your gaze to look the opposite direction of the knees. Looking in. Maybe your eyes closed down. Trying to keep both shoulders still planted down. Feeling that little rotation. If you want more, and try to come more onto that left hip. That'll twist more through the spine. Or you can start to float that top leg up a little bit more in towards the body. Maybe even give it a nice big squeeze. If you want more still, if you notice that you can easily reach for the toes of that right foot, you can always grab onto them and try to extend that leg nice and long. Coming into a fun little bind there. Still trying to keep those right shoulder blades planted down. Grabbing onto the foot really squeezes lots through the internal organs, and so just being mindful of that. Maybe you still need to just let the fingers go or let the toes go. You can reach on to the knee, anywhere that you'd like. All right, let's come out of this nice and safe. Head goes back towards neutral. Even if your eyes are closed, imagine you're looking up. If you have the toe bind, release it. Stack knee over knee. And maybe with control, you start to swing those knees back up. Reach it out. And drop the knees over towards the opposite side, down towards the right. Maybe that right hand comes on top of the legs. So even here, if your knees are still quite far away from the ground, or if you've got a big gap in between each of the knees, you can always use a block or a pillow in between. That it just gives this feedback to the top leg. It tells your muscles that it's okay. They can start to relax. If there's a big space there and you're trying to actively push it down, you're holding tension through that hip. So we're trying to let go of that tension, softening into it. So using those props, using your block or anything you might have handy between the knees, just like if you're laying in bed, that nice body pillow or the pillow between the knees, same concept applies here. So maybe the gaze goes towards the left. Maybe you start to bring that top knee up and in a little more if you want more stretch, or rolling over onto that right side. Maybe you grab for the toes, extend the foot nice and long. It took me a while to get this nice lengthening thing happening here. I couldn't reach for my toes right away, so I just reached for the knee. I still like the leg extended oftentimes. Gets a nice little hamstring stretch. It's just extra stretch happening. So you can adapt really for any pose and posture that you feel you need to. So I'm going to just shake this foot down a little bit. Oh, look, and I have a block here. Oh, it feels so good. All right, one more nice big inhale. Nice full exhale. Let it all out. Return the neck back towards neutral. Gaze kind of going upwards. If you have the toe bind, release the toes. Bring a bend back to that left leg, that top leg. Bring knee to knee, ankle to ankle. And then start to swing. Knees back over the hips. Give those knees a nice big squeeze in towards the chest. If you want more, finish it off with that good old happy baby. Reach on through for the feet and roll head and shoulders back down. Feet go up towards the ceiling. Knees naturally draw inwards towards the body. You take a little rock from side to side. You can play around here if you like to try to work on extending the legs, either overhead or out wide. Who knows? This is such a fun pose to just play around with and try to keep the hands and the feet connected and, I don't know, maybe cross the legs, maybe come to cobbler. All sorts of good stuff happens here. So let's take a little time for some freestyle. Here's your permission to play around, to be rebellious. I'm not giving you any firm directions for anything you have to do or you should be doing. I mean, I never do anyways. Even if you just have this video on because you miss me and miss my voice, that's cool too. You don't have to follow along. And it's fun to feel like I'm doing yoga with people, so thanks for joining in this evening. If you don't want that happy baby, of course, transition out into anything you want. This freestyle time is for you to explore any pose or movement you feel you'd like to. Maybe you want to move into legs up the wall. Maybe you want legs up the invisible wall. Just sending those feet up, coming into that nice L shape. Beautiful. All right, and if you're ready, start to settle into your Shavasana, your final pose. Usually the traditional one is called corpse pose. It's the full Shavasana pose where you extend the legs. Feet will naturally fall outwards. Embrace that. That is the most neutral position for the hips. And actually a bolster or a pillow under the knees, so having the knees propped up a little bit is also more neutral for the body. Arms reach out, palms face upward, shoulders roll back and down, slight tuck of the chin, finding all of that length. And feeling like you're melting in towards the mat. Take a big full inhale. And exhale, let it go. Feeling that sense of just letting go. So use those exhales to really soften. Maybe you scan through the body, scanning from head to toe, noticing the forehead, the eyebrows, the eye sockets. Are you holding any tension on the top half of your face? How about the cheeks, the jaw, the chin, even the nose? Letting everything go. Noticing the back of the neck, Right where it connects in with the skull, starting the softness right from there, going all the way down the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. That melting sensation, not letting go. Keep embracing that. Notice the arms and the shoulders, the fingers, the palms. Noticing the hips. Noticing your left leg right from the hip down the femur, the quad, and the hamstring. The muscles surrounding the leg, the knees, the shins, the calves, the ankle, each one of your toes. See if you can imagine all of the bones in your foot softening. Maybe you give them a little squeeze and then let it go. And coming into the right hip, the right femur, the quads and the hamstrings on the right side. Just softening, noticing tension. If there is tension, use that exhale. Release it. Noticing the knee, the shin, the ankle, each one of the toes. Maybe give those ones a little squeeze and let it go. Noticing all the bones in your feet. And coming into the most gentle position you could possibly come into. Taking one more big, full inhale breath. Exhale, let it out nice and slow. And then taking all the time you need here to finish off your Shavasana, this nice meditative state of calm. I do encourage you to continue breathing. See if you could take 10 or 15 full breaths with a nice big inhale, nice full exhale. All right. Thank you so much for joining me this evening. I hope you had a good practice, or if you're rewatching it, thanks for the rewatch. We will be now doing yoga at 8 a.m. or any time after that you want to rewatch, but at least that gives you all day to fit me into your schedule, so thanks for that. And thank you for supporting me. It just is so great to be able to still have community during this time. So have a lovely evening. I hope your evening is filled with joy in every moment, or your day is filled with joy in every moment. And I pray that you are always blessed. Thank you, and namaste.